Well, we are only one episode into Love Island All Stars, which debuted last night, and already we have drama, and that is drama surrounding Lewis. Lewis is being called out for his rather lacklustre parenting.
Okay, so I need to talk about Love Island All Stars because I love the show. I've watched it since series 1. I have watched every single season without fail, and I'm a religious watcher. But one thing that is really grating on me this time. ITV, how are you going to have a man who doesn't bother with his children go on a dating show when he's not paying child support and he's not bothering with, well, I don't know if he bothers with his daughter, but he doesn't bother with his son, who was premature as well. Not that that should even matter, because you should see your kids anyway, but it makes it worse that you've got a poorly son and you don't bother with him. And you're promoting and allowing this on your platform. Now, this isn't ITV's first rodeo putting wrong-uns on TV shows. We all know this from now. I'm not going to mention names, but someone on a certain reality show this year was a bit sceptical. And they did actually end up winning one of the TV shows. And this time you're putting in a deadbeat dad. What message is that showing to young men? Now, I'm the victim of a deadbeat baby daddy. A lot of women are. And you're encouraging this and, you're not holding him accountable. Lewis should not be on our TV screens. And I feel sorry for Chloe, his baby mother, and Callie, his other baby mother. And any girl that goes near Lewis, you're a fool, mate. You're a fool.
Now, at the end of last night's episode, we saw Lewis getting coupled up with Georgia, and yeah, I think they were both kind of lying to each other that they were happy about it. And I also noticed that when he coupled up with her, he leaned on her like she was a lamppost. Did you see this? I mean, he's 3 times her size. And at one point during this little moment, he just puts his arm around her and just leans on her like she's, an object to be leaned on. I'm not even sure she wanted him to put her arm round her.
Lewis, is this what you're hoping for?
Yeah, of course.
There we go.
It's Love Island, baby.
It is Love Island, baby! And Georgia, you obviously said you fancied Chris the most before. What are you thinking right now?
Yeah, no, I'm happy. I think Lewis is really fun. I think he's got a nice voice. He's from London. So, yeah, it's a good match.
Earlier in his vox pop thing, introduction, Lewis had said that he's a proud father. I gather he has 2 children, a son and a daughter, and it's the mother of his son who's posting stuff online about him, basically saying that she's been left to bring up her son on her own. Now, if you go on Chloe Elizabeth's Instagram or her TikTok page, you will see that their son, the son she had with Lewis, had a very rough entry into this world, was born prematurely, and she documents that on her page. I know exactly where she's coming from. My first son was also born prematurely, and it's an incredible struggle when that happens, and it's very difficult to handle it. Very, very difficult. Incredibly difficult to handle it by yourself, rather than having both parents there to take the strain. Now, I'm not sure whether Lewis was present during all that. I don't know, and I don't have the time to dig and find out, but certainly she's obviously not very happy with him, and neither is the mother of his other child either. So this all begs the question, if you're a dad, if you're a parent, why go on Love Island for 5 weeks, potentially 5 weeks, if you stick it out for the whole run of the series? It seems like a very long time to be away from your child, unless you have a teenage child, a child who's basically in adulthood, then I guess it's different. But most of these contestants are so young, they couldn't possibly have children that old. So I don't understand why they would do the show. I know also that Hannah has got a child, and she's on the show, but then she was in series 1, so she's the veteran of the group. Nevertheless, it's not something I could do. I couldn't leave my kids for 5 weeks to go and do a show like this. There's just too much going on in their lives. There's too much to organise. It'd be kind of near on impossible. But everyone's different. And of course, I have to say about Lewis, whilst all this may be true, he isn't here to defend himself. He's obviously in South Africa. So I do want to add a pinch of salt to it and say, let's not get too angry with him, because we're not sure about his side of the story yet. But it's not looking good. It really isn't. If this is the way you parent, don't go on Love Island, mate. stay at home and try and make things better. Now, Mitch last night, he was back and he was messy as ever when he got coupled up with Kaz. I mean, listen to what he says here.
Mitch, do you reckon the public got it right?
Beautiful girl. They're all beautiful. Like, I'm happy right now. I don't hate the girl.
It's gonna meme that, isn't it? It's gonna be a meme that.
So poetic. Love it. Fantastic speech.
So good.
I mean, he calls her beautiful and then completely destroys that by saying all the girls here are beautiful. She doesn't want to hear that. She wants to hear you say to her, she's beautiful. Full stop. Don't talk about anyone else. Just her. That's it. And then quotes Jake, who'd said it earlier, but I don't hate her. Oh, Mitch, you're still messy. And I guess that's why you're on the show. I don't know what you made of the show last night. I don't think it performed particularly well in the ratings. But I thought it was okay, wasn't it? It was okay. It could have been better. I've got to admit, I was slightly bored on occasions. And I did think, yeah, while it's nice to see all these old Love Islanders together, I hope it's going to get a bit deeper than this, because they were just chatting and being friendly, and it's a bit like being at a boring cocktail party after a while. You know, you kind of want to leave, and I really do hope they've got some really good plans here to get this series really buzzing, because I felt last night was a bit dull. Even the cliffhanger with Callum and Molly, I was like, nah, okay. They've been together 3 years before breaking up. Will he now couple back up with her or choose someone else? And I have to say, I didn't think I cared that much. So we'll see what happens tonight in episode 2. Hopefully they'll have worked out a way to keep us all gripped. But for now, with this going on, maybe Lewis will be one of the first home. First back to the loving embrace of his family. I don't think so.